Hello, and thanks for checking out my video. This is what I received in the mail today. A package came in the box just like this, and pretty soon I'm going to show you what's inside the box. All right, well, here are the inner pieces. One is marked ending with an R, and the other one has the part number ending with an L, meaning right and left. So, got that far. Let's keep going. Here are the top corner pieces, and I've got to admit, they painted these black. Here's the ABS plastic inside, and these are also marked with an R and an L, right and left. So this goes on the right side. The paint is very nice, very good. I don't see any orange peel, I don't see any runs. Very good job getting the paint on there. Just a little dust on it. We'll clean that off, but that's what it will look like with the crash bar coming in here and coming out the side here. So far this is looking really good. Okay, I've also got the door flaps, which have snap buttons on them. They're some kind of rubber, feels like. Rubbery plastic anyway. Pretty thick, heavier than I thought they would be. But let's see, these are also marked right and left, R and L. Okay, well here we have the vents that go inside the lowers that are adjustable. Next we have the top inside covers that face the rider. Okay, let's see this. Yeah, this is the left side. All right. So maybe it goes on like this. Not sure, we'll figure that out. But that's the left one. Here's the right one. Got a nice finish to them, kind of a rough finish. Very thick plastic though. Thick ABS. And this is the right side. And also we have the biggest parts in the box. These are the outward facing lowers themselves. Careful with this one. I'm just going to open up one for now. The other one's still in the box. This one is marked with the L, meaning left. And this should be a gloss black painted part as well. And the wrapping is very good to protect the paint. The finish. Let's see what it looks like. Hold it by the top end here, and there it is. A little dust here, but wow, finish looks great. So I'm going to start checking this out. I don't believe it came with instructions, but I did watch a video on how it goes together, and so here's a bag of parts. A lot of hardware comes with it. So let's see if we can figure out how to get this thing together. Well, as you can see, it came with a lot of hardware. One thing that I'm noticing is missing though is a way to attach the lower portion that has this hole in it to the crash bar itself. In the video I watched, there was a metal clip with a bolt that came with it, and I don't see that metal clip in this packaging anywhere. I have put these metal tabs into the top corner pieces that are getting dusty as we speak from the static, but these clips just slide on to these places where they're held. So I'm going to start assembling this. Not sure how much of this I'll get on video, as it might be easier for anyone thinking about doing this themselves to watch the same video I've been watching on how to install these. Okay, so one of the first steps is to mount this vent piece to the inner glove box area assembly, and got these discs with the ridges in them that go in these square holes like that. There's another one over here. I have to admit, to get this bolt through, I had to use a 1/4-inch drill bit to loosen it up a little bit. The bolt wouldn't actually go through the hole. Now it does. So with those two pieces mounted, I'm going to use a little bit of Loctite. Then we've got a nut and a washer to go on after that. Okay, also you've got to make sure that you get this peg lined up in this slot at some point. The way that goes. Okay, so I'm placing the vent assembly inside the front mount and being careful that it's on this plastic. We don't want to scratch anything. And it fits right down over these pegs right here, nice and snug. Fits into place just like that. Then the right side top piece, or well, kind of the top piece, has 3 pegs, 1, 2, 3. And they line up with these holes down inside. Okay, so line them up and they will drop right in, just like that. Then turn the whole thing over, and that's what these Phillips screws are for, in all 3 of those holes. Same thing for the other side. Okay, well, I got the right hand side one on. I don't have the flapper lid on yet, but as a side note, I did use some of this packing material wrapped around the bar, and then some electrical tape to hold it in place to kind of take up some looseness. It had a lot of play in it. Now it seems to be much sturdier. Screws are tightened up with Loctite on them. There's 2 of them that look like this, that go in from the opening back here. There's 2 holes that they line up with those clips that we had to put on. Here's the other cover. See, there are those clips. They line up with these holes right here. Okay? So that's done. Now the only thing is, I didn't have included in the kit a bracket that goes around this bottom piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a couple of holes near the crash bar and double zip tie it. 2 different holes, 2 different zip ties. That should hold it. There's not a lot that it can do down here. It's just to hold it, to keep it from vibrating and jiggling around. Okay, so here we are on the right side, fairing lower, and I've gone ahead and drilled the 2 holes I was telling you about. I'm going to put zip straps through both of these holes and around the highway bar, and then another zip strap through this hole and the other opening to put 2 of them on here, which should hold it securely enough. And if they don't, then I'll widen that hole by connecting the 2 together across here, open this up, and I can put a strap, stainless steel type of strap through here instead, and tighten that up with a screwdriver. Okay, so I've got this side on. I've still got to put the flapper door on here with the snap pegs, but I do have the 2 zip ties run with the zip end down underneath where you can't really see it, and it is holding it right steady, plenty still enough. So it looks like it's all mounted and ready for the flapper cover to go on right here, and that should do it for this side. Then I can go around to the other side. Also, as far as this flapping lid piece is concerned, I'm going to drill this corner snap off. Now these are made to go with these plastic pegs, snap right on there, and they fit okay, but it's not a real solid feeling. Well, maybe it is. Okay, they do seem to snap on there all right. Okay, well anyway, what I've done is I've gone to the hardware store and I picked up this hex head with a stainless steel washer, bolt, and I've got a nut to go onto the back here. I'll put some Loctite on. But what I want to do is put that through this upper corner so that when I open it, I can open it like this. and this flap will not just fly off and disappear, or someone will take off with it, or who knows what. So what I'm thinking is that this will secure this flap onto this corner opening, and I'll never lose this on the side of the road, or someone just walks up and unsnaps it off the bike and says, hey, I think I'll take this home with me. I don't know. So that's what I'm going to do. A little bit different than what the instructions call for. Okay, and I picked a nice rainy day to do this too, by the way. And I'm hearing some thunder moving closer. So we've got a thunderstorm brewing, but I've got the three corners with the snaps, and the lid does pretty much unsnap from those. Takes a little bit. But I've also got the bolt that I told you about, that I drilled out the back of the snap and took it off and made the hole just a little bit larger for the bolt to fit through with the stainless steel washer, so that won't get all rusty. And so really it's not all that noticeable that I've changed much about it, but this way I can open the flap up, do whatever I need to do in here, and this is not going to just fly off and disappear. And when I'm done, snap the other three corners, and it's pretty much secure and ready to go. That's it for this side. It's all done. I'll give you a view of the front side of it. Okay, well, here's the finished product. They're both on. The lids are attached, snapped into place. And this is with the vents open. Okay, so they close back up again. So that's how they work, that's how they look. Here's another view of it here from the side. You can see where the top cone piece comes in. You can see where I got my handprints on it. I'll have to wipe it down when I'm done. But all in all, I think it was worth the investment and came out pretty darn good.